Thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk on what happened this morning at the City of Johannesburg offices.
Well, I got a call around 2 o'clock in the morning that at around 10 minutes before 1, a female suspect was apprehended by our security officers on the second floor in the IEC office where we're hosting the IEC, and that she had broken into 5 computers and she had some hard drives in her bag and some other tools that it looks like she used to break in and to get those computers dismantled. Now, you'll remember that on the 24th of Jan, we had a similar case in 2 departments, in the group legal department as well as development planning, on the 3rd floor and the 6th floor, involving 50 computers and 50 computer hard drives. This time around it was 5, and we believe that it is the same suspect. And another arrest was made in 2020. Unfortunately, this case was struck off the roll after it was said that there is insufficient evidence. The same suspect was caught on CCTV camera, but they were not caught with the computer hard drives in their hands, and so the case could not hold. We believe that this time around we've got a strong enough case because she was allegedly found in the office underneath the desk with the backpack with the external hard drives in it.
Mm-hmm. Do we understand the motive behind what these robberies are looking for?
Well, it looks like they're after information. In fact, before I thought, because the same suspect has been linked to about 5 IT companies, so I thought it was just about, hardware that can be recycled. But today I saw that it's actually information that they're looking for. It was quite clear, looking at the hard drives that were on the floor and all the other stuff that was in the backpack. It does look like it's information. What we don't know, however, is how the information is related, because it was the group legal department, development planning, and now the IEC office. I mean, there was even a VMD machine, this gadget that's used during elections. So it's really unclear at this point, but hopefully the investigation will uncover a lot more info.
You mentioned that the suspect has been linked to IT companies and is a service provider, if I'm understanding correctly, for the City of Johannesburg. Are we aware how long this service provider has been working with the City of Johannesburg?
Well, at the moment, I don't have that information. What I do know is that this is the 4th time that they've broken in. As you know, the 3rd time was on the 24th. There were another 2 times, and as I've said, there's been an arrest in the past. So, unfortunately, they could not be convicted in the past because of a lack of evidence, but hopefully this time. But we will get more information as more investigations continue.
What's the city doing to ensure that this key, building is kept safe?
That is a big concern for us because, it's, the impunity with which this person just comes in and out of the building. Obviously, they're quite familiar with our building. If you've been to the Metro Centre, it's a maze. It's very difficult to get from one place to another. This is somebody who really knows their way around. They're obviously using emergency exits, but they have to also use lifts and so on. It's very technical and very complex. They obviously know their way around, but we're very concerned. But I must commend our security officers today that they managed to apprehend her.
You said she got in 4 times. We understand a service provider could have had access to either, the access cards, and as you said, she went through emergency lifts. How are the CCTV footages not able to link her or actually follow her through her burglaries in the last few times?
Well, we've always had CCTV footage, and like I said, apparently the gap with the last case was that, yes, as much as we picked her up on CCTV walking through the building in the wee hours of the morning, she wasn't found with the hard drives in her hand, and that was the gap, that the evidence was not in her hand. And this time around, I believe that we've got a watertight case because she was found red-handed underneath the desk with the stuff in her hands.
Will the city be looking at putting in more measures into place right now?
Oh, definitely. We need to do that. I was just chatting to the MMC for public safety, MMC Tembe, that we need to do an overhaul of security in the city. It really looks like we're really wanting in that area, and we can't afford it. We handle very confidential files, and we also have assets that cost a lot of money that we can't afford to lose. So we definitely need to look at making some investments in that. We're busy now with budget steering committee meetings where various MMCs are presenting their budget proposals. So it does offer an opportunity to look at how we can beef up security. Of course, we can only adjust up to 10% of the current financial year's budget, but hopefully we can play around with figures and do something even now.
Thank you so much. That was the mayor of the City of Johannesburg speaking to us here. As you heard this morning, an intruder was apprehended inside the City of Johannesburg offices. This female suspect has been linked to other burglaries inside the offices. It seems to be the motive is getting information. It's unclear yet what the link is and when the suspect will appear in court. It is a developing